There. Okay. I think we're live now. We are. Alright. Things have done things that it's supposed to do. And I'm kind of fucking annoyed. No. That was me for not realizing that the stream died 7 minutes into me playing Halo, because apparently I'm so bad at Halo it breaks the stream. Fucking hell. Oh well. Zen and Casteroki have arrived. And don't worry about the Halo stream. I got to play Halo, and that's the thing I enjoy. I'm more mad at myself for not noticing that the stream died, because it was having the big gay. So let us try this again and post the links everywhere.
Yep. Attempt number 2. Oh my god. But yeah, again, I'm very sorry. I came home from work and then just was dead for like 6 hours.
It is okay. I was honestly, if it wasn't for the fact that I was like, oh, you know, I had posted that we were going to be streaming, so I should probably fucking do it. I would have went to bed because I was pretty beat myself as well. Got my second win playing Halo, so.
Right?
But yeah, that was yay stream difficulties, because fucking things can't be easy.
Nope. Never are.
So trippy echo when I talk. Just when I talk. Then let us
Maybe
check. I think I know exactly what. No.
probably on my end.
It's just voice meter in the main screen. Oops, hey. Oh, you know what it is? There. That's what it was. Is I had the other mic input on because Halo doesn't like voice meter. It literally won't let me listen to the voice meter audio, so I had to like do a different setup. But yes. There. Is that better? I'm going to assume yes. Alrighty. I'm going to go grab another drink and maybe some more wine. Don't worry. YouTube threw me out. Susan Wachowski finally threw the band hammer after. It only took 3 episodes. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get something to drink and go to the washroom. Zan, why don't you and Casteroki talk about the thing she's currently drawing?
Yeah. I'm doing this is actually a drawing that we did I did like a while back when Zen and L9 were talking about one like little like goblin-esque dudes without being actual goblins.
Horrifying. Look at those teeth.
Teefers!
However, when you only have 8 teeth, dental must be easy.
I mean, pretty sure they probably don't give a crap about dental whatsoever.
Fair. So you're making a hamster?
Basically. I want the,
Druck von Hamsterreel.
yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah. Uh,
Anyway, so this creature, is it supposed to be a fly?
like a firefly, uh, firefly, insectoid monkey dude.
Insect or monkey, dude?
All right. Uh, Bagel Muffin asks, so you're making a hamster? Stitch, aloha. And then
Oh, aloha.
Versal is cheering that he's not late. Technically he was late, but the stream was dead, so
Yeah, it's fine. It's
he's
fine.
not late for
Your
the
stream,
stream that counts.
exactly.
You're late, you're early.
So yeah, that's our little goblin thingy.
Got boys.
Good boys
So I went into time with good boys.
with good boys.
So Zen, what kind of like degenerate all goblin party-esque shenanigans or of gooblins and booblins bullshit do you think people will get if they play a party of these little fuckers?
I don't know. With the demi-human expansion coming, it will be goblins. But they
Hmm.
be goblin girls, of course. However, these little fuckers. So I think it would actually be the reverse.
So it's just gonna be murder hobos, not kidnappy rapists.
Yeah,
I don't know, it could be. I don't know, it could be.
I figure that these boys are
Regular
probably
goblins, actually. So yeah, they're just goblins.
yeah.
They're,
All right,
they're just goblins who can fly.
They're
goblins who
goblins that are extra hungry,
they're goblins if the dark god was Dumbo.
basically.
Gizmo.
Just
Ooh,
like
Stylus. Luigi Man.
they they just worship a thing that has like butterfly ears instead of like fly ears.
He's so pretty.
But yeah, I'm just going to.
uh, so Stylus says that Dames looks interesting, and Bagel says that asks if their butts glow in the dark.
Yes, they're butt glowy boys.
Yeah, show the butt.
Oh yeah, they got the quite the rear end. Um, I also think that we were talking about them being if salamander-esque in that they have an adult phase and in a larval phase, and
Hmm.
that them can be in their larval phase their entire life.
Yes.
It's just certain triggers would make them into their adult phase, which probably gonna make an attempt to draw. Just know that humanoids I can't quite throw together quite as easily as I can, creatures. So forgive me if my skill is not 100% with that.
How dare you not draw perfectly? Re.
yeah, I think we were planning on like we were basing them off of fireflies, and if you don't know that this is sort of like, I mean, technically their glow bug phase would not have wings, but you know what? I feel like they'd be a bit more of a threat if if they could do like a little bit of flying. Probably not expertise flying, but
I mean,
they
even
can.
if I'm thinking like turkey flying.
Yeah, I mean turkeys definitely can fly.
Well, ish.
Yeah, it's like they don't do like horrendously long sustained flights.
They don't do sustained flight, but they can definitely like fly up to a tree and then fly from that tree down to your face. Um, with
Mhm.
surprisingly accuracy. Surprisingly, no, with surprising accuracy. Crissement, man. Peux pas dire, peux pas parler l'anglais aujourd'hui. Et du français, pas assez de vin. But yeah.
Yeah.
Be right back. Is it bathroom?
No, how dare you?
How dare you have bodily functions?
Did you see the slug dog attempt by Bagel? I think I briefly saw it. I don't know if Casteroki saw it.
Oh, I have not, but I would like to.
I believe it's an art. No, it's not an art.
Um,
Then it's in Dames. It's in General Dames.
General names. Okay.
Yes. And so
Oh,
Bagel is asking you to check out his Sluggo Doggo and asking you what breed you used as a reference. I know for dog, she used a corgi,
yep. I
and
used a
then
corgi.
sorry,
Uh,
go.
the nudibranch I used. I'll pop it up on. I'll pop it up on screen here in just a moment. Um, let me see if I want to see what your looks like. Um,
Put it on stream for everyone.
yeah.
Let everyone else see it.
Oh, it's very cute. Super duper cute. But the let me see if I have it actually saved to here. It's the new I'll show you the new branch that I referenced here. Let me find it. I'm just saying that the slug pups can be any mixture of nudibranch and dog breed.
Hmm.
They're very varied. Again, part of why they are such a popular
Um, Bagel says no. I think that was no in reference to you calling his art cute. And Luigi asks, so is Fiara involved with Dames of Astoria at all? And I don't, not really. Like, she hasn't seemed interested in it, which is fine. I mean, not every game's for everyone. Um, no, she was posting the Nuda branch,
yep.
the
This
sea
is the one that I
sluggy, the
referenced.
spiny sea sluggy thing.
They are actually very tiny. I'm assuming the slug pups are probably the size of a cat.
I was assuming they
I
were
think.
the size of dogs.
I mean, you do have some of your super duper tiny dogs and some of your bigger dogs. I figured
Hmm,
they'd get up to the size of a medium sized dog, and that's probably where they're gonna stop. Just
probably.
because if you've actually seen how big nudibranches actually are, they are super duper tiny.
Hmm. Honestly, I don't see them getting like I feel like the most common size, no matter the breed, is about corgi size or like the size of a Zarya, who's like a small, well, a medium-sized, 50, 60 pound dog. Um,
Yeah.
but uh,
So,
but yeah, Zen, uh,
oh,
I
what
don't,
happened? Excuse me.
uh, Luigi asked if Fiora was involved with Dames of Astoria and all. To my knowledge, it's no. I know we've like definitely talked to her about it, but and this is just coming from me. I might be completely wrong, but she seemed rather uninterested in it, which again is perfectly okay. Not everyone is, you know, a game's not for everyone. Um, but I know I did ask her to share the Indiegogo around. Um, and yeah, like has she talked to you about it at all? I'm gonna take that as a no.
So no, Fiora is not involved with Dames.
Yeah.
Speaking of names, we're now at 79%.
Yes.
Exciting.
Very.
Um, and I mean, gotten a bit slow, but that's all right.
I mean, we did start like 11.
No, no, I just meant like the Indiegogo itself is kind of
Ah,
slowed down, which is fine.
fair
I
enough.
mean, that's the mid.
Listen,
And
I'm just one to
no
5K.
Luigi. The question was to Zan. Um, but sorry, what were you saying, Zan?
I said I just wanted this 5K. Then we can make the
Mhm.
book. Then we can make the rest of the money.
Yes, yes. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
I mean, the game's a lot of fun, and oh, we're getting really close to releasing the playtesting to the closed playtesters. So like, I think what's left to work on it? I know we got to re-look through the entire
Yeah,
actual.
that the wounds, and then
Yeah, we got to
oh
do
yeah, there's
that.
one last thing. The family bonuses. Are we still doing those or not?
Yeah, I think so too. I think we should, considering that we have some traits for your race building locked to um your animal family. So I definitely think we should go over those and get those sorted. And so yeah, like
Like
you
each,
said
each
you
each
said you
family gets like their own like special ability or something.
yeah, like I know we were talking mammals get like adrenaline rush and um etc. Um
Gotcha. All right, so we'll gotta do that too. And welcome, Miss Melody.
uh
Your art was appreciated on the
yes.
Twitters.
It was very cute. I loved it a lot.
And yeah, you get to actually recatch the live stream because while those two had IRL stuff to deal with, um I was live streaming Halo, but about 7 minutes into the stream died and I didn't notice. And so I spent like an hour and a half live streaming Halo to nobody because OBS
Yeah.
crashed. Um
Also, Comrade. Well, thing about like the RP and D&D channels is that most of them don't want anything to do with us.
Yeah, they'll either like they only want to give a shout out to games that they actually genuinely like or studios that pay them. Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Like we're not sitting here going, how dare they not shill our game. Um but no, no, it didn't. And I was sitting there getting my ass whooped and going, man, the chat's super quiet. I'm expecting them to heckle me more. And no, I know why. It was because there was no one watching. It makes me sad. Though I guess maybe if people like watching, well, if people want to watch me do Halo, I guess I can like when I find the time to play Halo, I can live stream it. Um,
Or one of these times when I don't feel like drawing.
yeah, that too. The
She just
beanie.
comes and says,
Uh,
"L9, fuck you,"
uh,
and you be like, "Okay."
yeah, pretty much. Yes, please, Wonderwire.
Yep, I'll just play
Or
Halo. Let's go.
yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Um, I enjoy Halo, and so I don't really care if people are like, haha, you suck at Halo. I'm like, haha, I'm having fun, so eat me. Um, but yeah, like the D&D channels, they won't, um, either gotta be like, it's the same thing as like, oh, trying to get on Neckbeardia. They're not, like, Neckbeardia ain't gonna, do a Dames of Astoria story unless it's like a really good green text they enjoy. Which again, nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's why Neckbeardia is a lot of fun. Um,
Yeah.
uh, but yeah. And I mean, to be perfectly fair, like none of us are really great at the whole like social media advertising thing. It's our biggest fucking weakness. Um, and so like, eh, um, I mean, and then there's also like because I have been doing like a lot of research and looking into things. Like one of the big things that really kind of affects how much people donate to you is like whether or not you're actually like funded. So like if we funded day one or day two, we'd probably actually have more money than we currently have, simply because like people look at it and go, wow, it's funded. That means I'm going to get the thing, and so they're more uh uh so they're more inclined to like donate or not donate to pledge. There we go. Uh,
To chuck money at you.
yeah, to chuck money at us to buy our merch. Where like if we're not, if we're only like 70% or 50% of the way, they're less likely to do it. And
Mhm.
I mean, there are a bunch of other factors, and it's one of the reasons why we're doing this live stream is like, another big thing is like people are more likely to throw money at faces or people they know or a project that's active and that they get into. And so, uh doing this live stream and talking to people and just overall being kind of cool-ish. Because I mean, we're a
That's the
bunch of tabletop nerds, we can't be cool. Um
main thing about it too is that most of these well, like you said, D&D and RP channels,
mhm,
they have D&D like there's a guarantee in whatever they advertise. I'm pretty sure you've seen like the Grim Hollow like ad that's been out.
Mhm.
Like
mhm.
even if you like didn't know what Grim Hollow was, besides what they told you, you do know it's D&D, so you're pretty much guaranteed so to enjoy it if you like D&D.
People like what they know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but we're completely new. We have no pedigree besides Fallout Equestria, which not everyone likes.
yeah,
Not even people who like Fallout Equestria. They have people who don't like our system because it's too whatever.
yeah. People don't, and I mean, again, that's whatever.
And it's fine, yeah.
Yeah. And on top of that, we're also doing like l- we're not doing the standard D20 dice roll. We're not doing I've had this question from a couple people, mostly like people who play Pony Finder. But like I've had the question going like, oh, like are you guys using like 5E's rule set, or are you guys using like Pathfinder or Pathfinder Second Editions is you know publish a game using our rule set system, um, which we're going no, we're wanting to make our own system because we feel like that'd be more interesting and that's more our speed. Plus, there are a lot of things about Pathfinder that we take issue with. Like as a system, it's good. I like Pathfinder. It's D&D 3.75, but uh like there's just a lot that isn't going to fit very well with what we're trying to do.
It's mainly the character creation.
Yeah, mainly that. Plus, on
Because
top of that, we're trying to do like we don't like the another big thing is just like as a company we don't really like um uh we don't like
AC.
classes. No, well, I mean AC's dumb too. We're very pro DC and pro AP pool. Major minor actions. are eh.
And look what Pathfinder is doing now.
Yeah, Pathfinder's 2E is now a 3-point AP system, but then they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna punish you for like doing multiple attacks multiple consecutive attacks, and I'm like, well, that's the whole, like, that defeats the whole purpose. I get why you guys are doing that because you want to try and like make people do other things other than attack, but like you're gonna get those munchkins. Plus, they have that whole like weird like scaling to hit slash crit chance thing, which is kind of cool, I guess. Like if you roll 10 over a DC, it's an automatic crit, even if it wasn't a nat 20. And if you roll 10 under a DC, it's an automatic crit fail, even if it wasn't a nat 1. Which is kind of cool, actually. Kind of that's cool.
I see the pros and cons of it.
Yeah, like I don't hate it. And considering they're doing this weird like again like depending on your level and how many levels above or below or whatever, like you get extra points. To like you get extra modifier points. So like I see its place. Um yeah. Well again, the point is Bagel Muffin uh that like when you get to those high levels with those high ACs, you're gonna already have like a plus 16 to hit anyways. Um, which is the big thing I don't like about second ed is that like you gotta spend 10 minutes figuring out all of your modifiers every time you attack. Um, but that's whatever. So yeah, like we like our AP system. We like our DT over AC because AC is kind of weird. Uh, And like I'm not saying that like what the direction that Pathfinder Second Ed went in is a terrible idea. It's just not really my speed. They have a lot of really great ideas that I really enjoy, but everything altogether is just not really my speed. Um,
Yeah. So maybe Pathfinder third edition will be good.
yeah, maybe we'll sing to the high heavens about how
Yeah.
we like
And Fallout
Pathfinder.
Question does have a bunch of modifiers that should be used. Most aren't.
Yeah, most aren't.
For obvious reasons, I know.
Yeah,
And I'm trying to fix it. For the totally not, the totally not first edition that's coming out.
mm-hmm.
A Fallout Question.
Horseshoes and hoof grenades.
I don't know what you're talking about. That doesn't exist.
uh,
Can't post this like somewhere else. You can post it in chat, like
yeah,
as long as it's
whatever.
not porn.
Even if it is porn, as long as it's good porn. And
It's good. I mean,
we
that's all
ride on,
I
we
would
re,
ask for.
Look at us talking about like shitting on Pathfinder, and here
right.
Casteroki is slaving over her cold, hard tablet.
Blinky boy.
Like,
But yeah. Um,
is that thunder? The fuck?
it's God trying to strike you down for your hubris, son.
Also, I think I don't know if I mentioned
It's
this while the stream
that
was live
or
or whatever, but I'm in the closet.
you're in the closet.
Yep,
You're in the
Oh
closet.
yeah,
Oh.
closet.
I'm always in the closet. But I realized like last stream that like the audio was like really really echoey, and I was dealing with background noise. And yeah, I was like, I probably should find a different place to do my stuff.
So you decided to perpetuate stereotypes for you and your community by going in the closet.
Yes.
It's okay. I approve of the. uh.
Ending
Oh
is better
wow,
than
yeah, a lot of pretty much everything's better than fourth edition. I will say this that fourth edition's like the whole like status thing they did That was kind of neat, but like they just went way overboard. And it was like Pathfinder Second Edition is essentially for Elite. With some of the stuff they're doing. Um, but
I want
yes,
to say it all the way, but some of it, just
yes,
because they learned.
yeah. Just like I said, some of it. Like I said, they got like what 40 different fucking statuses, status effects, which all affect like your 2 hit or your 2B hit.
Which
Um,
wouldn't be bad if they all didn't affect literally in one combat.
right.
That I found that like the most like wait they all are applied in the combat.
They're all applied in combat, and all of them, uh, and like all of them will apply to both like the 2 hit and 2B hit, and all of them are circumstantial. Um, so like it's interesting.
Game
Um,
sluts.
we like game sluts. Um, but yeah, so we're working hard to try and make something that's fun, that's concise, but that also like allows you to be very crunchy, but doesn't. We're trying not to slow down combat. Because like there's a lot of things about us making like what we did in Fallout Equestria that we really really enjoy. Primarily like there are a lot of things that are just like really easy and really quick, and but at the same time like have insane amounts of depth, like the perk trait system. You can make just whatever the hell you want. You can be a sniper medic, you can be a paladin thief, you can be like whatever the hell you want in Fallout Equestria, and I love it. Because it doesn't lock you into a class, which is why I don't like classes, because it's just like, well, sure, great, but what if I want to be a stealth paladin? Why can't I be a stealth paladin? Um,
I have less problem with classes, but
mhm.
I do like the occasional open form.
Well, I don't like how classes are dealt with in like D&D and Pathfinder, because it's just like you pretty much have to play this archetype. It isn't like so much as it's a class as it is a forced archetype.
Yeah.
Um,
I will say for 5e, clerics have a lot more variety than they did.
mhm.
Um,
They started adding a lot more variety to that stuff.
yeah, like there's like healing, and then there's also like I don't want my party to die, and
Mhm.
those are like two completely different domains to choose from.
Oh, and Miss Melly Spark, you're in luck. If you sign into our newsletter, you can get the Wasteland Survival Guide for free. Holy shit! Someone attacking me?
Also, I'm pretty certain Miss Melody Spark actually like purchased from the Indiegogo, and we're giving out like the whole digital pack through the Indiegogo.
Never mind. You already
Um,
own everything for free.
yeah, exactly. Um,
Thank you, by the way.
yes.
Yeah, thank
Uh,
you.
and archetypes are great when they're handled correctly. When I'm making a character, it gets really hard to like. It can be really difficult to like break that archetype in term, and like they're great for a starting point, and I understand why like D&D likes uh
It's easy for new
it
people to get into.
yeah, it's easy, and I mean there's a whole lot of things that like they do that's really kind of new person friendly or starting friendly, but it makes it really hard to just kind of like do something new, like, oh, I want to be a paladin but not, or like you really got to get funky or start homebrewing or make your own game. And I mean, we do
Mm-hmm.
technically have classes in Dames of Astoria. It's
Called
not,
discipline.
yeah, we're calling them disciplines, and it's more of like a multi-class system, and it's all based off of what skills you take. So like, we divided skills up into 4 or 5 different classes of skills. You've got fighter, you've got mage, you've got cleric, you've got thief or rogue, and you've got performer, bard. Um, and they all handle different skills, and depending on what skills you put into each, like what points you put into each skill, it doesn't matter if you want to have a bunch of different ranks in your fighter skills and then a couple different ranks in your healer skill, so you're like a boxing cleric or whatever, you can do that. A Neko Bard, whatever. Um, uh, you can do all of that. And then as you level up and you get granted a discipline, it's like a multi-rank or a multi-class, and depending on what points you've put into either certain skills or certain classes, the 5 base classes, you'll get to choose between certain multi-classes. So like if I put in a bunch of spells, a bunch of ranks into like fighter and mage, I can get the spell sword discipline, which is like magic swordsman, and it's the magic swordsman class, and I get to do some extra cool things because I'm a magic swordsman. Or like if I just put everything into fighter, I can just like double down on fighter and just be the fighteriest fighter. Or if I do like healer and fighter, I can become a paladin or um you know or I guess healer and like arcane mage, I can like do some weird stuff and become a necromancer or etc etc etc. Um but We're still working on that. The playtest that's going to come out in the next week or two, that's not going to include character progression. We are not releasing character progression for it. It's just going to be character creation and all the tools you need to essentially run around and have a bunch of level 1 adventures, because our big thing, we want to make sure that we get like as set or as functional as possible as character creation, because character progression relies on character creation. So like, if we end up having to redo our entire character creation system, it's just going to make our entire uh we're gonna have to redo the character progression system. And I mean, if we end up getting to a point where we decide that like we have to rewrite the game because it's not as great as is our new idea, then that's one thing. But you know, constantly rewriting entire swaths of mechanics, or that's just because we keep changing other mechanics, is not that great. Um, those whom get to attempt to break the building part. So those are going to be people who've purchased the Dames of Astoria, or who've purchased stuff through Dames of Astoria's Indiegogo, specifically those who have the playtest reward. Um, and they're all being collected currently, like a bunch of Pogs or Yu-Gi-Oh cards, haha, into our playtesting server. And once we release the game, or the playtesting version 0.91, once we release that, we'll run a couple playtest games, and then people will also get the chance to run some of their own games if they want. Uh, don't worry, even if you end up like, a week and a half from now, end up getting into it, um, you can like, like you'll still get brought into the server. You just won't get, you just won't, obviously get it the moment it drops if you sign up after it drops. Um, but yeah, and currently we've got 130 different like monster girl character building traits for just, building your perfect waifu, and we fully realize and we know that like the moment that we release this, people are going to go, why can't I be this? Why isn't there an ability for this? There should be a trait that allows me to do this. Why can't I, like, why isn't there like a bajillion tentacle trait? We know there are going to be people who are going to I'm going to use the term bitch. There are going to be people who are going to bitch that there is not a trait for a thing that we didn't think of yet. But I mean, still 130 traits just for a pre-alpha I find that pretty impressive.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely excited to see what you guys got.
Um, No, our playtests aren't going to be sexualized, and it's the $30.
It's wait, what?
It, Bagel is like sexualize your games. No. And Miss Melody, I don't remember. I don't know what your order is. And I'm definitely not gonna say it on. Even if I did, I'm not gonna say it on screen. Uh, or on live stream. But if was the there might be someone trying to be a drag queen human. Ha. But if you had the $30 digital edition or you had the $80 tiers or up, those are all the ones that included the playtest. That being said, is if you're wanting to do the playtest and like you did the $20 digital or whatever, and you're like, oh well, if it's only $30 to get the playtest, an extra $10, you can like since we're in the middle of our campaign, you can refund your campaign and then or refund your pledge and then repledge at a tier that gets the playtest if you so desire. Hint, hint,
Yeah.
nudge, nudge.
Not saying give us more money.
Yes. Uh, I'm not gonna.
Just saying give us.
Yeah. Uh, um,
We're horrible.
we're terrible, of course.
Indeed.
Nice. Oh, in that case, then yeah, you'd
That
have to
means
spend $30 because
by the way, Elna, do you know we officially passed our original FOE the Indiegogo?
yes, because that was like just shy of like $4,000.
Yep. And now we are literally shyer than $4,000. Oh, you got the actual book. Bet.
Nice. I mean, it's going to be a nice physical copy, hopefully. Well, it should be. Though,
Yeah, have you seen that art?
mm, fuck. Yeah, it's sexy. Both Casterokis, well, I say both, but I mean Trith, Triple, whatever. Casteroki's, Litchi Picks, and Dave's, and so quadruple and Fiships.
Triple threat.
Mm-hmm.
Well, quadruple
Speaking of which,
threat.
Pardon?
for his I'm not,
Hmm?
did I send him money?
You did send Dave his money, yes.
Okay,
Or I believe you
good, because
did.
I don't remember.
I know I asked you to, and
Yeah, you asked me to.
and you did say yesterday that you'd sent it.
Okay, man,
It's okay.
I don't remember anything.
I mean, to be fair, does anyone ever really remember anything?
When you deal with paying someone what they're owed.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
guys
it's
been pretty
important.
good about paying me.
Smoking chronic. It's DMT. Get it right. These military grade methamphetamines.
Fucking military. So Pervitin, you haven't even been popping Pervitin. You've just been like crushing it up into a fine powder and smoking it. Cause you're that
Damn.
fucking ghetto, Zen.
The only way we can get it.
Who are you? The fucking Spear Knight? Quit perpetuating stereotypes.
Speaking of spear, I like the little spirits holding caster.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I figured that these guys, I mean, I figured they'd be more mosquito-like. Like, they'd have a poisonous tipped barb on their thing,
Giggity.
and that their tactics are probably going to be hit and run.
Nice. Oh, also, Comrade Bagel said, "Are you really not going to apologize?" I'm guessing that on L9.
That's to me or that's to Versal, I don't know.
I think it's on you on 9.
Probably me,
'Cause
but no, I'm just gonna double down and be more racist and offensive to Zun. Re I, good sir, do not like you because of your skin color. You darn person, you.
Egas. I am now
You,
slain.
you darn nice
Oh,
person. I'll use it with the hard R, you nicer person. Fuck.
all lives matter. Oh, it was talking about the sexualized comment.
All demi-fauna matter. Why do you fucking put up with me, Zen?
I don't.
Uh,
Not all, just the ones that survived. That makes sense, yeah.
mm,
Also, I like how we got like a consistent audience. It makes me so happy.
right?
We have people to talk to.
Yes, it's all thanks to you, Caster.
I'm trying.
Now get back to work.
Okay.
Oh man. Nah, everything rides on Caster. If she's not here, we die.
Probably.
Mm.
Well, at the very least, we know that if she's not here, the stream dies.
Exactly. Oh yeah, quite literally, like, Mister. I'm gonna play Halo for 7 minutes.
Yeah,
Yep.
right?
You know what we should totally do? If so, um, L9.
Yes.
When if and whenever you get Monster Hunter, maybe it might be funny to have you stream your first impressions of it.
Ah yes. If you get killed by draggers, just sell the game.
Tell you what, gift it to me on Steam and I'll play it. Um, in fact, I'll play it this weekend.
Bet.
Ooh.
And I'll live stream it. Well, I cry like a little bitch. Because I'm terrible at video games.
Oh, you'll be fine. You'll.
I don't know, man. Like, I get my ass I was playing Halo on its easiest mode, and, like, I died, like, 16 times. And that was before I even, like, got halfway, like, got through the first fight.
Don't worry. Your first Monster Hunter, you're probably gonna die a lot. Don't worry. You got 3 cards.
And Versal, my Steam is L9OBL. Like with I'm not like I don't have any form of like horse or internet famous anymore, so I don't have to have like weird funky versions of my online name because people don't really care about me anymore. And yeah, exactly, wrecked. And you know what's worse is I got wrecked by a grunt. It was terrible. I couldn't even kill this one grunt. It just kept killing me every time.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. That I did been sometimes. I was playing co-op with my friend, right,
Mhm.
in Halo, and I hijacked the a grunt's ghost,
Mhm. It hijacked
and
you back.
it hijacked me back. Right. That was always funny in itself. He was dying. What made it even funnier is that the ghost turned around and ran me over, and we had to stop the mission because he was laughing too hard.
um,
Let's see. Comrade Bagel. Also, how did the slimes and mimics join forces?
um, I don't even know. That's a thing that we haven't actually like done, and Dazai, don't worry. I enjoy Halo very much. It is like my favorite game series, and I was so happy MCC was uh on PC. But how did the slimes and the mimics join forces? My guess
I
is
have
that the
my
slime
ideas.
queen like contacted or ran like through happenstance met the mimic queen, and then like realizing the potential of the mimic queen, kind of like manipulated her into uh being an ally. Um, that would be, pardon me, my guess.
Yeah, because the mimics were created.
Yeah, the mimics are
Not by
completely artificial. They were a weapon during they were initially created as a weapon during the War of Dethronement, but you're not technically supposed to find that out until
her, like 6 years from now.
yeah, till 6 years from now. Oh man, I just like violated the NDA. Sorry, I'm just uh it is like hilariously weird to see people being super supportive of my really shitty Halo playing. I will have to try and like schedule some time between tomorrow and this upcoming weekend to play some Halo so you can all laugh at me while I'm like getting wrecked by a Garun. Um, in easy. Um, QQ. Uh, and it technically is being recorded because YouTube creates VODs automatically, which is nice, and that's one of the reasons why we switched to YouTube from Twitch, because Twitch was being a whore.
I were a whore. Leo,
Also,
those eyes though. Holy
yeah.
crap.
Also, like the worst. I mean, unless like we're actually being like legitimate Nazis, fuck Nazis. But like unless we're like doing actual like really fucked up, like legitimately fucked up stuff, the worst that'll happen is Susan Wachowski will demonetize our non-monetized channel, where Twitch will just like kick us because Zen made a black joke about himself.
Well, no, they'll kick you for being a white man and
Yeah,
just having anything other than the most PC of opinions.
yeah, pretty much. Hell,
And I,
they'll kick you for
however,
being
if you actively get stabbed on the stream by me, I'm pretty sure they'll allow us to stay.
possibly. Um,
That's the contract.
Yes, that's contract.
Fine print.
You know how, like in South Park, oh my god, you cook Kenny? The punchline of it, oh
mhm.
my god, you stabbed L9.
Yeah.
I mean, don't you aren't isn't like your stabbing list for me like your shiv list? Isn't that like don't I owe you like 40 something shivs already?
Yeah, trust me. By the time we're old and gray, I'm gonna give you like the most epic star platinum of
Yeah, you're
knives.
gonna have the most amazing Caesar
I'm going
style
to tell
death.
you right now, I'm gonna have it written in my will that if I die before you, Zen, I like it's gonna be mandated at my Irish wake because fuck having a funeral. That like you need to like have a couple shots of whatever the strongest thing is in the bar, and then just like go to town on me with whatever knives and cutlery are available. Um, that is going to be in my will, because you should at the very least get them. If you don't get all of the stabs in, which you probably won't get all of the stabs in, by the time I die, I'll probably die before you finish stabbing me. You need to at the very least get them in
I mean,
during my
that's usually how
Irish
it
wakes.
happens.
uh,
Turn looking for the wall cancer, you guys.
who will? Susan Wachowski. And no, it's not because I'll come back. It's just because I'm super racist to Zen, and like the deal is that he just gets to shiv me. Um, fair's fair.
Very fair.
Um, uh, On the bright side, I'm technically more PC than Versal, who's a uh, used to be a slightly gay white dude, but is now a very straight 16-year-old white chick. Uh,
Yes, the butt, it glows.
Like Rudolph, but with more death.
More.
mm.
Uh,
God, boys, if
I'd
you're
love to
acting so
call them
bright,
fairy
will you
lights.
raid my village tonight?
I'd love to call them fairy lights, but I don't know if the concept of fairies exists in Dames of Astoria.
When the demi-humans are released, probably. Maybe. Because
Possibly.
the demi-humans would be demi-planar mated with humans.
No,
Create, like, the gobloids and all those other, creatures that kind of, like, fit in that niche. But there won't be many of them, if anything.
uh, Versal, no, you already had your like quinceanera, your sweet 16 or whatever. Uh, don't you lie to me. Um, uh, but yeah. But I mean, that's the thing though, is like if we're gonna call them fairy lights though, we have to like reference fairies in lore. Um, and I don't know if fairies would be like demi-planar or demi-humans. Probably demi-planar.
Yeah. Well, we gotta decide it, which families are being represented. Like how we did the centaur, the
Yeah.
mermaid. Like those all exist technically, and technically every other monster girl exists too
hmm
in your own headcanon now. But the ones we gotta
Yeah.
focus on,
Yeah. I
we gotta
mean,
decide if we want the fairies to be like one of the main ones or not.
yeah. That's fair. I mean,
Because we don't really care.
yeah. Um, and I mean, I don't necessarily. I mean, again, like it really just kind of comes down to like how we go about discussing things in the lore. Because if we do decide to call them like fairy lights or whatever and talk about the fae, then yeah, absolutely, like we can make them like whatever. It's just talking about making them relevant in the lore. Because if we just like, it's one thing to like make a hee hee, nudge nudge, wink wink, you know uh reference. It's another thing to like be like, oh yeah, they're a fairy light, but like fairies don't exist in this world, and the concept of fairies isn't really a thing. Then why are they called fairy lights? Oh, you know?
Yep,
Um,
they're officially called jackraps.
Jackraps. Uh,
Yeah, like me personally, I want giants
I mean,
Giants
isn't
would be fun.
because I just like the idea of a giant just fist fighting like a giant slime. It'd be hilarious and epic.
it sound like the world's largest bowl of macaroni?
Macaroni and cheese. Oh,
Called them glowing butt bugs. So said gobloids, that glow boys.
Globloids.
Gobloids.
them globaloid.
Gobloids. Okay, official. Hmm, the Harlem Globloids.
Harlem. I don't know what color to make
They're what?
their pants.
Oh
Ah,
well,
I heard something different.
you're right. And you know what? When we like Zen or myself or Moon runs a playtest game, we'll probably end up live streaming one or two. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that'd be fun.
Um.
like definitely. We can definitely play it. So when we do that, we can definitely do a stream of playtests because the
mhm,
initial adventure I've been running since like 2 years ago hasn't really changed,
Yeah.
and that's like a great introductory to like the world in general. So
It's a fantastic introductory to the world in general. Plus, on top of that, if players do anything like, since it takes place quote unquote before uh the game start during the Slime Mimic War, if characters do something like zany or impressive or just that we adore, we can make it canon because fuck yeah.
Also, comrade, why is like all your pictures like bland again? Like, did you just like get deleted or something? That's why you had like icons for your avatar.
Oh, you mean for like his Facebook or I mean his YouTube?
Yeah, his YouTube, his Discord, like it's all gone. I was like, is this the same guy?
Oh yeah,
Am I in another dimension again?
we're in the worst timeline where
That is
Bagel
true.
Muffin does not have his uh profile pic. There we go.
Papa Gun was right.
uh, Zan, you can't say those words. Those will get us banned. Susan Wachowski
Listen,
will come over to our house and beat us up personally.
damn, you're right. However, I don't know. We might need it.
We might need Susan Wachowski to beat us up personally.
Yeah, that definitely got us on the news for a bit.
That's true. On the bright side, it'll also distract her from Papa Gundam for a little while.
Exactly, it's a win-win.
Okay. Next, I'm guessing I'll do their adult form. It's gonna
Well,
be
I would
fun.
assume that they have multiple different life stage forms. Because I know we were talking about having like the little goblin-esque things, plus the orc-esque version, plus like trolls and maybe giants, and
Yeah.
orcs, or goblins, orcs, I guess gnolls, trolls, and ogres. There we go. That's what it was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, I don't. Continue.
Yeah.
I was honestly considering like their life stage would be because like trolls, ogres, orcs, and goblins are sort of in like more like grouped up area.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
And yeah, Miss Melody. So what we're doing with I guess this range of Chimera is like with um, uh, axolotls. Um, they have different like larval life stages, which are not based what going into those life stages is not based on how old the creature is. It's based on like some certain external factors, like whether they came in contact with this chemical or whether they got injured or like it's a certain I don't know um, uh, what the catalyst is, but then they will pupate into the next life stage. And so like it would go like those little globulins. Yeah, like an
Build,
environmental change. So like the little globulin things to like
build.
uh the orc things we're gonna be working that she's currently drawing on to like the ogres to trolls, and they're all the same species of creature. They're just different stages in its evolution. Yeah, globulins. Hey, Chainlink. Wait, I thought Chainlink was like Zen's account.
Exactly.
Oops.
Is that Caesar?
Yep.
Nice. Hey, Caesar.
Don't dox him.
That was actually Casteroki's idea. Um, We just said that we wanted replacements for the standard fantasy affair of mobs that most people are used to, uh, and kind of pitched a couple ideas. And she's like, "Ooh, well, what if we do this?" And we're like, "Shit, that's a great idea. Do it, bitch. Work it."
Work it. Oh my gosh.
Like, oh my
Yeah,
god.
this looking
Also, I'm gonna say that I very much appreciate you, Casteroki, in the fact that like you enjoy our sense of humor as well, because that's kind of rare,
Huh.
right? It seems weird. Like seriously, Zen,
I
like
mean,
people who enjoy hanging out with like the two of us, like just talking shit.
word. Extremely weird, extremely good.
Hmm.
Would pay you more if could.
but if had monies.
If
Yes.
had money.
I'm thinking
What's
for these guys, instead of having like the extra hands, I feel like they'd sort of have like blades.
Blades. Oh, like mantis blades.
Hmm?
ooh,
Ooh la la.
cipher.
So these are called V's.
Hmm.
These are called Woken Samurais.
Vulcan samurais.
Dodgy silver hands.
Dodge, man. Wake up, Dame. We got city to burn.
No, wake up, Dame. We have a god to kill. And
Oh,
who is joking
also,
about what?
I don't know. I don't know if you like sci-fi or have Audible, but I have Audible, and
I
I'm
don't
just
have
getting
Audible,
books,
but I
right?
do like
So I got this
sci-fi.
book called Children of Time,
Hmm.
right? It deals with transhumanism, like extreme post-human,
So it's like
and there's a story in it that deals with like hyper intelligent spiders
hyper intelligent spiders.
that like form like they evolve to form communities and stuff,
That
and
is
like
either
hunt and like farm.
extremely terrifying or super cool. I don't know which. It depends on whether or not they consider me food.
Exactly, because just hearing the story, they're cool, because you know, they're not hunting you.
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't finished the book yet, but it's on like a part where they fight ants, and it's pretty awesome, because it's like,
Yo.
nigga, what?
Yo. That does sound dope. But yes,
Like an army of spiders versus like a horde of ants
uh,
that worship a god.
the ants worship a god.
Oh, the ants worship a god. Yeah, it's weird.
So
Or have a type of religion.
what I'm hearing is that those arachne, um, they must purge the insect scum, um, and rid the world of
Nah,
the
they have
chaos god, the six-legged chaos gods.
hilarious. But that's what they need to do or die. So yeah, and it's
Um,
weird because it's only like part of the story because there's like
mhm.
other shit going on. But it's very interesting if you like sci-fi
I
and you
do.
like
Considering I'm
abstract stuff.
considering how much I like Halo, I think it's safe to say I like sci-fi. Also, Bagel Muffin and Miss Melody are asking what the book is called.
Children of
Children of Time. Yeah. It's like a Wheel of Time, but not.
and it was released back in a while ago.
Hmm. Oof.
If you have Audible, uh, get it. If
Yeah.
you just like zany like conceptual ideas, that's actually good, very good. Read out, very good.
So here's my questions then: Is the audio does the audiobook sound better than the Dead Tree audiobook?
Oh, oh yeah, we have that.
Wait,
We
you have that?
well, Fee technically has that.
Well, not us. We don't have it. Free has it. She named her book audiobook Dead Tree.
Yeah, after us
Sort of confusing,
because
but it works.
yeah, because the game it's the Wednesday game she live streams. That's run by Moon, who's our lead writer. And so he GMs the game, and then she turned it into a published novel with both like ours and Moon's permission. So
Oh,
like
neat.
don't worry, it's not like she's like sitting there, stealing money from us or anything off of an IP that we didn't invent. um, but yeah. So she's got that, and it's not our audiobook, it's her audiobook, but it's based off of a game in our system that is run by one of our staff members. Um,
Yeah. So it looks like you have like a D&D uh, story, essentially like an actual book. It's kind of like that.
yeah. In
Like
all
Hmm.
honesty,
the the
it's
creators didn't make it just the people who like off
yeah,
to the side made.
yeah. And I mean, in all
So
honesty, like I haven't read through the entire thing, but like from what I've read of it, it's actually a pretty decent like Fallout Equestria story. Like if you like Fallout Equestria, as far as Fallout Equestria like fics go, there's definitely worse. Project Horizons. um,
Salt,
sorry,
salt.
the cat cock and mouth.
yes. Sorry, yeah, Murky stuffed his dick in my mouth, apparently. Murky who? Murky number 7. Um, or no, I almost said Sergeant Sprinkles, but Sergeant Sprinkles is definitely not the writer of Murky number 7. Um,
Hmm.
fuck, who was the writer of Murky number 7?
I don't remember. Is this a glow butt? That's a good question. Like, the world does have a glowing ass?
Um, not as much as the globoid. It's like a tiny little blinker at the very end, but
Oh,
I'm
blinker.
going for like a beetle mantis theme for this guy,
He just
So,
has like
basically.
he has like a panda tail.
Mm-hmm. The very
A
end of his
panda.
like little sectoid tail.
so what I'm hearing is this is cells in perfect form.
Same melody. Perfect cell phone.
Basically.
So, one of these are Vegeta. Who would win a fight?
Probably Vegeta. I mean,
Well,
these guys
considering like
are
going the old days.
yeah, probably very like these guys are probably like, very strong. But like, not exactly the fastest of ways.
That's fair.
God, fuck.
So smarter, not harder. Yes, it definitely was not in the military. These is a race of things. Well, it's a chimera. A race of chimera. These aren't monster girls, Bagel. They're a chimera. So there are guys because they aren't cursed. They're just poor animals that got slammed together.
Yep, and gain sentience.
Yes.
So I mean, technically, if you wanted to do like a boy that monster dick with that can I apologize. I don't know how to do the hand feet.
Oh, no, whatever. Um, but also, by the way, for those of you who are like, wait, are you saying that like I I can't be a a monster man. Technically, you can't, sort of. If you decide to play during game start time, only the demi-fauna women exist because of a curse, because they tried to kill God. Um, and there is no monster dick. There is only monster chick. However, if it's a tabletop role-playing game that's fueled by your imagination, so you are more than welcome to play, if you wish to be canon, play during a time frame in which the monster dicks existed, i.e., during, soon after, or before the War of Dethronement. Or, I mean, you could alternatively just be like, fuck Dead Tree. They don't know how to write lore. They're a bunch of fuckboys, and then just play as a monster dick anyways, because it's a fucking game powered by by your imagination. So who what are we how are we gonna stop you? Walk into your session and bitch slap you and be like, no, your character, snap our fingers, your character's now a chick. Like some weird fucking cringy like hentai like game made in GURPS or something. No.
Made him fatal.
That's an option you all have for me. What option do we have for you, Versal? That works too. You can definitely play a drag queen human.
Or a drag king monster girl.
Can you imagine? Like, just for a moment, just think about it, right? You're a drag queen human, seducing men, and the men want to fuck you, opposed to their own women and the monster legion of girls out in the world.
Yes, you're right. You are perfectly right, Versal. Chances are you're going to play out your closet fucking gay sex kink. That was a fucking Rocky Horror picture show. Um, Monster Girl Hooters. Better than Femboy Hooters, I will say that. Um, but no, I still won't go to Monster Girl Hooters because I'm gonna go to Goth Moth Girl IHOP.
Oh, I,
Goth Moth IHOP.
you could go to both.
I guess. But why?
Because as a customer, you can go to more than one restaurant.
The boomer in me asks how. Though I guess out of all the meme restaurants, which is your favorite Casteroki? Goth IHOP, Femboy Hooters, Tomboy Steak, Outback. I'm definitely a big fan of Tomboy Outback. Um,
Boy,
um,
I bet it's great. I
Pardon?
don't know. I just really like goth.
Right? Goth IHOP is just really where it's at. Um, what were the other ones then?
Yeah, I go that far. Oh man, there's a lot of them.
Feet Denny's.
Tomboy Outback, uh, Arby's. I have to look it up because there's so many of them.
Right?
There was Lolly Caesars. I saw that one. That
Lolly
was pretty
Caesars.
hilarious. Lolly Caesars. there was like a Twink
Oh, MILF
Wendy's, I think it
Denny's.
was.
That's right. There was MILF Denny's, not Feet Denny's.
No, nothing. Feet. There was one that was just feet. I don't know what the fuck it was.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. I want to say it was like Jack in the Box or some shit.
Feet Jack in the Box. Uh,
In the box.
what else they had? Arby's. It was
MILF
Twink something.
Denny's. Ah.
I was like, I'm gonna look. We got technology. What the hell am I doing? Says like I'm reading. Uh, E-Girl Applebee's.
E-Girl Applebee's.
That was
Yeah,
one of
that's right. That's one of
PvP enabled Popeyes.
them. That's just a regular Popeyes.
Yeah, this is a regular Popeyes. Uh, Domino.
Oh wait. Oh, Domino's.
No, Diamond Donuts.
Domin Donuts instead of
Like Dunkin'
Dunkin'
Donuts.
Donuts. No, I would
Yeah,
have figured it would have been
it's like Dunkin' Donuts.
Domino's.
Good point.
I mean, it could be BDSM Domino's. Um, and I mean, I sorta maybe. I mean, it really just kind of depends
Oh,
on
yeah,
what your
Twink Sorry.
Bristol. It really just kind of depends on like what your definition of a twink is.
Butch Bob Evans.
Butch Bob Evans. What was the one you said before that though, Zon?
Twink Dairy Queen.
Twink Dairy Queen.
Fem Starbucks. Himbo Pizza.
Himbo Pizza. Oh, is there a Fire Crotch subs instead of Firehouse subs? You know, 'cause gingers.
Hmm.
Oh,
Emo
Hemo what?
Burger King.
Only a ginger can call another ginger. Oh, Dazai, you're saying that you work at Firehouse Subs?
I think I had Firehouse subs like once.
I've had it once or twice. I know I had it at Zen, you and I had it at Gen Con.
Yep.
Honestly, I feel like they need like more spicy subs. But I also just really like spicy food. Good spicy food. Fuck. Speaking of good spicy food, Zen, do you remember that Thai place we went to at I had their spicy Cajun. It was mediocre. Like it tasted good. I'm not dissing the sandwich. It just was not spicy. Um but fuck, you remember that Thai place we went to in uh Ciderfest?
Oh yeah. That's alright.
Oh, it was fucking great. Like the actual spicy food was spicy. My fish had a face. I loved it.
That wasn't Thai dollars. Oh wait,
Pardon?
no. Wait, no.
Yeah, no,
Wait,
no,
yes.
like literally across the street.
No,
Like
I'm sorry, you eat faces every time, so I get confused.
I have faces every con. What face did I eat at Gen Con?
I don't know, but I know it was I just know I won't eat it, so it's all equal to me.
I don't know, man. That fish was good. Ugh.
Oh, I'm sure. Like they serve it at there's a Dominican restaurant on my corner,
Mhm.
and they literally just have like fish, like the fish kind like you had just there.
Mhm. So
So
what I'm
I never eat it
hearing
because
is,
I'm a bitch.
that's fair. What I'm hearing is you need to invite Joystick over and then take him to the Dominican place so he can have a taste of home.
If I ever see him again.
Oh, I mean, he's back in the U.S.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know where he's living currently. I think he's in New York State, so it's not too far from you. Uh, but yeah, he ended up moving back the last couple of months.
That's good. Well,
Yeah,
maybe
I mean, ish. I don't. I
not.
didn't.
Maybe
I didn't pry into why he moved back.
he's a doxer.
Yeah, technically doxing my boss. One of my bosses. Uh,
He lives at the corner of Albuquerque and West. Oh, and this came out better than I expected.
uh, the
Oh
uh,
boy.
the orc thing.
Yeah, the orc boy,
I mean, it came out better than I expected. I expected
the
like
beetle
I don't
boy.
know how to human. Yeah.
With its short, stubby legs. I like it.
Yeah,
It's
but those
probably
arms could
his
like
I call this one a Gorklin.
gork.
gork.
The gorks.
Okay, but what about the Morks?
Mork.
You know, Gork and Mork, they're always fighting. One is brutally clever, the
Nah,
other
that's the
one's
god.
cleverly brutal. Pardon?
That's the gods.
I know.
Gork and Mork.
Yes.
Gork Mork.
Gork. Gork Morkin.
Gork Morkin. That'd be a good name
Go.
for, like, an actual personal name. What's your name? I'm Gork Morkin. Professional pillager.
I
Ladies,
see on your resume
gentlemen,
you have pillaged 5 towns.
That was just this week.
Mm,
I was on
Congrats, you're
vacation.
hired.
Yeah,
He was on vacation.
I was on vacation.
He's like, you're hired. What's the job? Well, pillaging a town.
Oh
Damn.
boy, it's my favorite kind of thing to do.
What's my pay? Everything you can loot. Sweet.
Who just casual on Friday.
Dazai says, I hear you're a ghost slayer. Care to elaborate? Do you see any ghosts around? No? You're welcome. Honestly, uh, if I ever fucking like apply to a job that I really just don't want, I think I'm gonna use that one. I'm just gonna put ghost slayer. Like if I get the fucking interview, I think yeah, I'm just gonna put like a ghost slayer. And care to elaborate? No, do you see any ghosts around? You're welcome. But I mean, hopefully people will pay us enough money at Dames of Asstoria that I won't have to get another job. That would be that'd be nice.
Actually, L9, have you ever thought about becoming a bartender?
A bartender? A little. I mean, do you really think I have the people skills for a job like that?
Yes. If not, drinks at least.
I don't know how to do mixing, unfortunately. But I mean, it's not that hard. Like I can just get like a bartender's Bible. Um,
Listen, if like
honestly, I'd probably be a good bartender at like a Legion or a shady dive bar. That being said,
Shady
I
dive.
have thought if the Legion across the street, because I applied to be a member, if they're fucking hiring like bartenders, I'd love to be a bartender at the Legion. Um, just because like fuck man, that'd be dope. Talking to vets all day, hearing stories, fucking shit posting.
yeah, I was about to suggest that too. Like, yeah, you just need to be like in a mercenary bar.
No.
Yeah, just be the bartender in those shady bars.
Now, see, Des, I can be the asshole when I need to be. Um, I'm not too concerned about, you know, I can do the firm no, and I don't mind being the bad guy. Um, some people would say I enjoy being the bad guy.
I mean, you guys probably designed probably didn't design. Well, did the stat blocks for all those monsters?
Well, I mean, a lot of
I
that
mean,
was Moon.
ah,
And I mean, there's just being the bad guy, and then there's just being a cruel, heartless bastard. That being said, I did design um the the Canterlot Cazador. So I mean, like, but that's just straight evil.
your fault. I had to fight that thing.
You had to fight a
Right.
Canterlot Cazador?
Yeah, I think Zen and I think we fought them in the one game,
Did you two
or I
actually
get
fight a Canterlot Cazador?
Yeah, it was a pain in the ass.
Right? Because it doesn't die.
A good thing I had. I'm just saying, good thing I had energy weapons.
You just gotta keep shooting it until you crit. Uh, but yeah. So how was that fight actually? I'm actually like super interested.
it
Uh,
hurt. It hurt a lot. Um, I was I'm in that game. I'm running a healer slash punch Kieran,
oh.
and um yeah, it was like one of our like lower level. We were like pretty low level.
Hmm.
But it was we fought it, and I mean I died. Well, like I went down
Yeah.
for like a turn.
Yeah, I forget what the mission was, but it was me, Caster, and Versal. Versal's playing a changeling, uh, not face. Caster's playing a punchy McHealing dude, girl, Kieran, and I was
Yeah,
playing a non fisticuffs hellhound.
God damn.
yeah.
Ah, right. We had to clear out Cazadors because like a kid gave us a mission,
Hmm.
clear out Cazadors,
We'll
and
clear
but the
we'll clear out the sewers for gardening.
oh gardening, yeah. Okay, so just clear out the source. Didn't say what was actually in the source. Turns out there's Cazadors, pink Cazadors in the source. A
Well, there was
Cazadors.
originally yeah, we're also dealing
Pinkadors
with
or
like
Canterlot Cazadors? Because they're two different things.
we fought both.
Okay.
Yeah,
It was
and
it was
How much did you piss
yeah.
off your GM?
Actually, not at all.
yeah.
Because we're
I
fighting this.
believe.
Oh,
Sorry, continue.
um, we're also fighting this changeling ghoul queen that is using changeling horns to control creatures, and that's why we were fighting a tank a Canterlot thingamajig.
Canterlot Cazador.
Yep, because she's toying with us.
Eh. Honestly, I can
So
just imagine. Sorry,
if I
go
remember
ahead.
that first battle, sorry, no problem. if I remember that first battle, we saw the Casteroki, took that down fairly well. We just didn't want to get stung. But then it was revived as a pink pink cloud and everything. And then that's when we like start shitting ourselves. And we was like, what, 15 feet from it?
Yeah.
So, and I think one of us was able to go first, but I can't remember. But anyway, all I remember is that I injected you with rage and medics
And got me addicted to rage.
and got you addicted to the rage and told you to punch it.
Yep.
So
Oh boy, did
that's
I.
either like me playing cat going, I wonder what this super nuke does, or that was just you being a bastard. Um, but continue.
But yeah,
But
that.
it's not really much of a story. It's that it's just like 30 minutes of us shitting ourselves.
Yeah,
Basically.
that sounds about right.
And
You
then
punch.
afterwards, we mounted it. We took it and got it mounted
Nice.
via taxidermy.
Honestly, I can just kind of imagine the amount of oh fuck, oh fuck. You were screaming there, Casteroki, when you started punching it and it started poisoning you with alicorn slaying poison.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We brought anti-venom, which was a good thing.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna punch it. Congratulations. You died from exposure to pink cloud. Roll me a luck. Um, I crit succeeded. Congratulations, you're a Canalot ghoul. Now roll me a charisma. I crit failed. You're feral.
Ooh. Yeah, I think Versal the entire time like went changeling form and was buffeting the pink cloud away as much as he could. And I
Yeah.
think that's why we didn't die to that like instantaneously.
Yeah.
Death Zoro.
uh, Dev Zoro sounds kind of fun, but
I love Zoro types.
yeah. But honestly, that it sounds like it did the job I designed it to, and that makes me happy. I grab pleasure from your pain.
Oh
That's alright, wait till I throw a Lernian Hydra at you.
no. Well, I mean, I guess I can't be upset with because I'm also like for Dames of Astoria, I'm also like being like a huge contributor in what monsters are in the book,
Mm-hmm.
and I do have some nasty ideas.
Good. I mean, honestly. And yes, Bagel, use the pink Cazador. Not the Pinkador. Use the Canterlot Cazador. It's a Canterlot Ghoul Cazador that has the special trait, um, resurrection. Well, not resurrection. What, the Phoenix Revival, um, trait, that Phoenixes get. I forget what it's actually called, but it's like essentially revival, but it's got the special condition of decapitation. So, um, the only way to kill a Candlelight Ghoul is to decapitate it. But if you decapitate the Candlelight Cazador, it just fucking gets reborn anyways and regenerates. So how do you kill it?
Set it on fire enough time.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. It's horrendous and lovely creature. I love it lots.
It doesn't love you.
See, but it's a Canterlot ghoul, so it'll regenerate any limbs you cut off. Also, if you cut off limbs, it's just gonna start spewing pink cloud at you.
Mhm.
See, no, what you do is you use conjuration magic near the Castador. If you're lucky, you'll like crit fail your conjure gateway spell, and you'll open up a door to the interdimensional plane of Cazador, or the elemental plane of Cazador, and then the Canterlot Cazador is going to go and try and slay that entire elemental plane, and then it won't be your problem anymore. You'll just have to hire some poor schmuck to go into the elemental plane of Cazador and close the door from the inside. Give it a hug and call it your mommy. Well, it'll definitely spank you.
Oh boy.
It is concerned. It also looks a little derp-eyed.
Yeah, it's a bit derp-eyed. You're just not gonna comment on that, okay?
That creature looks so concerned right now. He's like, I doubt.
What does he doubt? You.
Mhm. I think I like it when it's below. Yes. Technically, I should be doing this in gray. Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter.
Eh.
It's a made-up creature.
It's like it's read the chat and listened and has decided that we need Jesus. No, it's saying that we need Aquarius.
Praise Aquarius.
Praise is Aquarius.
What is adding to the pantheon? You got Praise 20. Michael is Aquarius.
Yeah. So,
That's right.
Michael is the god of family, and I guess Zacharias is the the god of deadbeat dads.
Deadbeat dads.
Hey, he was there. He just got locked up.
Yeah.
He wasn't there for his
So what
other
I'm
children.
hearing is he's the patron god of being black.
Jeez.
He's
And there's
locked
plus
up.
one
Won't
stabbing.
let him.
Uh. Sounds like Dark Souls propaganda, but okay. He beat his children with a sickness. No, he beat his sick child into death. It just smote him. Just backhand of smite.
Like that, just catch you being sick.
That being said, I like how that like smite backhand turned out. Like
Oh
the
yeah.
sound design on that came out crisp.
Super.
Oh, wait. Has there been any new comments on the video?
Oh fucking no. What do I look like? Someone who's been like looking at the video 24/7? I mean, I have
Dang.
been, but
I was like, you don't?
Um, only 9 comments,
Eh,
but we're at 1,150 views.
bet.
Hey,
Well,
nice.
Facebook, I know is pretty high.
Oh, let me go check what our Facebook metrics are. Our Facebook metrics are insane. But I also like turned that video into an ad, so
Okay.
um
Yep, I see it all the time.
Like you do. Bet.
um
Enjoy the mustard.
oh, actually I could just go see all videos. And the lore was amazing. Thank you, Dazai. Zan and I spent a lot of time writing it. And we've got 2 more videos planned. And it's 23,000 views.
Whew.
All right.
Let me see if I can't see the full. No, it's a playlist. Tabaknek. He looks like a BBEG.
Oh, him?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's just because he's standing up straight. Like, he's not, like, in, like, actual fighting mode,
Oh,
which I'm assuming
that
would be a lot more hunched over.
were you saying that you haven't seen the video? Oh. Uh. Oh, okay.
Then again, like, his little, like, shell piece does look a lot like a, cake.
Yes. He also kind of looks like Cell. It's like I'm not complaining.
Completely unintentional, but you know what? If it works.
And Dazai, don't worry about it. You got like 30 days.
40, I want to
Get
say
that,
it is.
yeah, get that car fixed, buddy.
Yeah.
Because if you got a car, that means you make more money.
Yes.
Exactly. More money you've just spent on monster girls.
Exactly.
Now you're thinking of monster women.
Now you think we're Monster Woman.
Uh.
I know that. There you go.
Exactly.
But yeah, don't worry. I mean, I know that struggle. I haven't had a car for like the last 2, 3 years, and I am. It sucks. And it's limiting. Like there were like entire jobs I had to turn down that were so much better, but just because I didn't have a car and I couldn't afford to get a car. It's fucking shitty. Just the test. This is not too bad. See, what you need to do is you need to just collect like a bajillion fucking rubber bands and just build tires out of rubber bands on rims.
You know what? I might take this next. Sort of. Something. I'm doing a troll-like thing. I'm just thinking of. I'm concepting it in my head.
Let's see, what would a troll be good with? You ever use Beetle? I think
I'm
Scorpion.
I'm thinking of doing like a mosquito and having that like hella nose,
Hmm.
and then it
Mosquito.
have like the long like reaching arms.
I think it's going deeper in the Eldritch Horror territory.
Exactly. Just minus the tentacles.
Hercules Beetle.
Yeah, that's an option.
Alright, for a troll chat, what is the most messed up combination of insect you can think of.
Insects and apes.
Insects and apes. Yeah.
So we're doing troll.
Troll. Oh yeah, our troll equivalent that will be an insect and an ape mix. A Cazador.
Orangutan as the ape base.
Oh yeah, orangutan.
He refused to participate.
Uh, Now you're just being offensive to monkeys. Just because they're fucking apes doesn't mean they all throw shit. Jesus fuck Dazai. Like, how can you sit there and say such racist things towards
Alright, so
Zen?
so you got dung beetle, Hercules beetle, a lot of beetles.
Yeah.
Cazador.
Cazador.
Um,
Yeah, orangutans already look like at base. They already look like crazy.
Yeah, orangutans do look crazy.
uh,
Tarantula.
ooh, a tarantula, a velvet wasp, yeah.
Oh yeah, velvet wasps. Those are a thing.
Um, what's the wasp that hunts scorpions?
I
Or
think it's just
tarantula
called
hawk.
scorpion. Yeah, tarantula hawk.
They're close enough. Yes, we are aware that like arachnids and insects are not the same thing. Um, but it's good enough for government work.
A camel spider.
Fuck off. You know what?
Oh yeah, those
Camel
things.
spider and orangutan, that would just.
But why though?
Oh, you know what? A fucking um. No wait, no, that would just be good for the ogres. I was gonna say do that fucking like Arctic worm you fucking posted.
Oh yeah,
Uh, but I think that'd be better for
it's
the
that
ogre.
marine worm.
Yeah, that marine worm. I think that'd be better for like the ogres because they're supposed to be like blood ugly, technically. I
Yeah.
don't
Oh
know.
yeah, we can make the ogres like eyeless like lumbering giants.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I'm thinking.
Oh, and
I think I might.
you should probably put like a little bit of alligator in them, in the troll, so they have like troll regenerative abilities.
True, true.
Um, Bombardier beetles. No, I think Bombardier beetle would work better for like the ogres. Because again, like if you look at like a lot of what ogres tend to be, they're like big, smelly, dumb, lumbering oafs. Um, Trolls are big and dumb too, but they like, heal fast. They do the
They're
good healing
like,
thing.
yeah, they're like. I'm just-
So in Dames, when is it set? What do you mean? Like when No, about 200 years after the War of Dethronement. It's about 200 and some, 200, 300 years after the War of Dethronement, son. Thereabouts. I forget the exact amount of. Slime Mimic War happened fucking the year 1175? 72? It was a short war. It was only like a year or two. You know what? Fucking let me go pull up the timeline. Because we have a written timeline where we have all the years and the length of which things lasted. Oh, no, that was the stuff you did yesterday. Never mind. Um, um, Pre-game years. Here, I'll boop. Come on, don't be a slut. There we go. All right. So this was the relatively rough. This is the timeline we tend to reference. So War of Dethronement happens year 1000, and ends year 110. Year 111, the Subjugation Wars start. Um, Year 1026, the Cartographers Guild is formed, and year 151, the Subjugation War ends. There's also soon after a magic plague, which affects those with magic. Survivors are crippled, severing magic connections, and it becomes the Demi-Fauna healers versus the Human Inquisition. In the year 1052, the capital city of Persepolis becomes the capital city of Aquaria. 1073, the Church of Aquarius becomes like the official church of the Kingdom of Astoria. Um, in the year 1100, the Church of Aquarius gains enough power to be like an actual political power over the state. So much like, old school Christian Catholic churches were. In the year 1103, magic use is banned by the church, and mage hunters take to the streets to hunt down anyone who practices magic. 1157 is when Kadia of the Deep Sands is born. 1176 is when the Slime War begins, and during that time, the Cartographers Guild turns into the Adventurers Guild. 1177, the first Demi-Fauna joins the Adventurers Guild. 1178, um, so the six Demi-Fauna that are on our poster girls, they join the Adventurers Guild. 1178, the Slime Mimic War ends, and the first dame is named, which is Kadia, technically. In 1180, the magic ban is lifted. 1182, the third king is crowned. And then 1208 is when our planned adventure path starts, which is the Cult of the Patriarch, and you go and fight the Beast King. But we won't do that unless we raise like 50 grand. That's technically the $50,000 stretch goal. Um, but yee. Also, yeah, I agree, Bagel. That thing looks terrifying.
You wouldn't want to find it in a cave.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to find it in my boot. But then again, I don't want to find a camel spider in my boot. I don't ever want to find a camel spider.
Mhm.
Fucking nasty bastards. Does its butt glow?
Yes, it has a bit more substantial glow, but than the
Orc thing.
orc thing.
What about a clock spider?
Hmm?
Uh, Dazai says, what about a clock spider?
Clock spider?
Yes.
Let
And
me
Bagel
look
Muffin
that.
says, huzzah.
Oh, those. Oh. Oh. Very interesting. You know what? I might just tweak something.
Do
Oh,
it.
so he's gonna have extra just an eye. Now, do we want to make these guys like if we're gonna mix them with cock spiders, do we want to make these guys like fairly ageless?
Sure. Also, I know you said clock spider, but I heard cock spider. Oh, nice. Dazai says they were working on a Chrono Mage subclass for their homebrew in their D&D games. Time magic is fun.
Hmm.
Wonky, but fun.
Lots of. I in Guild Wars 2, I play a chronomancer for mostly raids. Um, just because I like being in support jail.
Support jail's fun. Do something, can't support jail. But we're dying. Maybe you should have played better. Support jail.
Support jail.
There's a reason Chrono Magic and most like MMORPGs just has insane cooldowns because like Chrono Magic is powerful. Honestly, I mean, it was one of the interesting things I loved about like I almost said Dames of Astoria, yes. Um but Overlord. Because I've read both the light novel. Ha ha, well look at me. I'm so fancy
Anime
with my
connoisseur.
yeah. But I've also like watched the anime a lot. Um and rewatched it a couple times. And like it a lot of like what they talk about with like the meta and the builds and the etc. There's so much about it that's like just so fucking cool and interesting. And like the big meta, especially in PvP, is time magic. Everyone uses time magic and like freeze time. Um, and you can't cast any like there's this whole like strategy and like there's so much you got to do because like and like your most basic of basic PvP metas is just have something to prevent like to nullify time magic. Um, or to nullify you from being frozen in time magic. I a while ago, um, it's been a while. It's been a hot minute since I've seen it though.
You know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna have its like little wing representation be its tiny little ears.
Sounds good. Yeah, the little glow goblins can become this thing.
Not entirely certain what the triggers would be.
Neither am I.
Probably something if it was heavily poisoned and managed to survive it.
Well, so yeah, like because I would assume that it can kind of become like at any of the different stages depending on what it turns in, what the trigger is. So like I would guess that it to like become a one of the orc things is it's got to like get into a pretty nasty fight and be pretty grievously wounded but live.
Mhm.
And then yeah, for like something like that, so it becomes kind of more of a warrior. And then if it has like pretty much a near death experience, like, and I'm not talking like a near death experience for it to become the orc. It's just like, oh wow, it got like stabbed in the arm or something. Um, yeah, kind of like an Eevee, but like if your Vaporeon could then turn into a Jolteon later. Um, uh, uh, and then I don't know what the trigger for this would be. It might be like, I mean, if we made it like super like if we made it spit poison or whatever, um, we could definitely make it surviving being poisoned.
Yeah, or it could be a case that we were determining that these guys could be possibly ageless.
Yeah,
It could be like they're like um old man form
yeah,
slash like if the gobbo like never trans like if the goblin has never like transformed and like spent a long enough time as a goblin
yeah.
and
That
lived long enough.
yeah, it lived long enough as a goblin. Then yeah, I guess this one could be the time trigger, a time trigger one. So I guess this is the one metamorphosis caused by age.
Mhm. But it's not like a goblin could like do its full adult life.
Mm-hmm.
It's if a goblin manages to live like I don't know how long of a time.
600 years. Well, no, there won't
Mhm.
actually. There could be a no. It'd have to be shorter than that if we were to have any. It'd need to be like 150 years, because they didn't get created until like the year 1000. They wouldn't exist at all in any capacity if it was like 600 years.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I'd say like
But
100 or 150 years.
yeah, about 100 years. But I would also say that goblins tend not to live that long,
No.
just because of their nature.
Yeah, they either just like get killed or evolve into something else.
Mm-hmm. So these guys would be fairly uncommon.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, I don't think trolls were common in D&D either. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, that's possible. That could definitely be a possible just fire or crit. Uh but yeah, that could be a possible reason for one uh to end up like existing. Like there could definitely be like a domesticated gobbo because they are sentient. Like they're like, D&D or Pathfinder goblins where they're like they're smart and they can do things. They're not, as smart as people, but they're sentient and have a sense of self. And then yeah, like some rich family ended up adopting one for whatever reason. Maybe it like saved uh this guy's life and he decided or he saved it and out of compassion and like it just like got adopted and reformed. It became like super loyal to the family and is like their butler. And then like after during like this guy's great grandchildren's time, it evolved into one of these fuckers and then just became this like beastly
like
immortal.
lore keeper.
Yeah. And like it does the groundskeeping and uh now that being said, it's probably really terrible at it compared to when it was a goblin because it can't it it's much bigger.
I also
uh,
feel like it'd probably be very light sensitive, so all its gardening would have to be done at night.
yeah. Wake up, the gardens are trashed again. Oh, Gobbo cut the grass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I feel. Go ahead.
Uh-huh. Bagel Muffin said that he'd use it as a horror monster boss, like for like a haunted mansion outside of town. I said, yeah, that'd work.
Yeah,
Um,
that would really work.
Dazai says it eats the pantry every week. I'd say it eats the pantry every day.
Very hungry boy.
Hungry boy.
I feel like in the wild, like beyond like in the wild, I feel
Mhm.
like these guys would probably be formed from your like shut-in goblins that are like
Mhm.
spent most of its time in caves. Hence
Probably.
why I feel like it would probably have a
A very
big
light
sensitivity
sensitive.
to
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what? One of them could become a mage, magic caster type. That'd be kind of terrifying.
Hmm.
Said one of these that became it was a goblin that became a shut-in because it was interested in learning magic and it just kind of shut itself in and learned magic. And so now you have a magic caster troll thing.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of terrifying.
Again, I apologize for what might end up in the book.
Don't. We aren't. Zen and I aren't going to.
Mm.
This is a horrifying and terrifying creature that's just going to result in a TPK. What's the problem? It was designed for a level 1 encounter. Okay, but what's the problem?
This is why you gotta get good. This is the get good game.
These are beautiful little babies. Love them equally. And they have glowing butts.
Little glowing butt.
Yeah.
And I feel like a major form of their communication is through basically Morse code, but with like blinking lights.
Flashing bum holes.
Mhm.
Oh, that's a good thing, Bagel Muffin. But once you finally pop your PK cherry, you'll start going for high scores. Like how many times can you make a character make a player re-roll a character in a session or in a uh hey Zen? I think Zen might have died.
And might have died.
Re-roll a Zen. Level
Fatal
1
Zen.
with an like Devourer. Uh oh, because Zen died, so we need to re-roll our Zen character.
Too.
Well, yeah, I mean, the character died. That's what you do when you have a player die. You re-roll.
Really.
Technically, all Hydras are tainted. Ever throw a Mind Flayer at a level 1 party? No, I have not. Ooh, that's another kind of baddie we'll need to sorta kinda replicate a Mind Flayer. Though, I mean, in all honesty, you could just throw, like, an octopus girl at people.
Zach?
Technically, you could make a Mind Flayer in this game as a monster girl. The all Mind Flayer party. I want to see that happen now.
Mm-hmm.
Also, people who play Fallout Equestria are gonna laugh when they come to our advanced combat actions because we literally just ripped advanced combat actions from Fallout Equestria. Well, I mean they work, and they're like honestly, in my opinion, Fallout Equestria has one of the better advanced combat systems, like advanced combat action systems I've seen for like doing, pinning and grappling and um, disarming and that. Like there's an advanced combat action for everything. Um, that's nice and I like it. And then when you threw the different martial arts on it, like Dirt Nap, it or Terror Takedown is what it's officially called. Like it kind of built on those, because oh, so good.
I think I'm running Terra Takedown on my Kieran.
Terror Takedown is so much fun. Terror Takedown is actually based off of Yoshinkan Aikido, which I
Mm-hmm.
practice. Um, and that was the whole inspiration for it. It was essentially just like I wanted to be able to do Aikido in the game. um, like the all cleric team, the Amen, those poor unfortunate souls.
I mean, clerics are like the best.
Oh, especially
And
when you get angry
they,
clerics.
what?
Especially when you get angry clerics.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just gonna say if you ever have me in a party, I'm almost 100% guaranteed to either run a cleric, a healer of some form, or a tank, because I don't like running DPS characters.
Mm-hmm. That was the nice thing about Fallout Equestria is you could be the tank healer
Exactly.
and not be shit at both.
Yeah. I think I'm sort of competent as the tank healer for Zen and the party that I'm in with Zen.
Except against pink Cazadors. Or Candlelight
Yeah.
Cazadors.
I just need to get myself better at things. But yeah, this boy's done.
Nice.
Um, then let's just do the ogre. I was thinking the ogre could be bombardier beetle. I do like the idea of doing like the rhinoceros, like the rhino beetle, just because
Mm-hmm.
I feel like having like this big epic horn on its head would look really cool.
So what you're saying is that you want it to be horny.
Yes, I do.
Ooh la la. Kinky.
It can, right.
Oh, nice.
Let's see if I can even do this.
Oh, fuck, I'm starting to do the party soft.
I'm just gonna erase.
When they go back to Zacharias and ask him not to be such an abusive father. Or some asshole and steals him.
You know what? Let's just like change the stereotypes and let's make this guy like a baboon mixed with a rhinoceros beetle.
Sure.
That and because I can get a bunch of references of baboons with their mouths open. They open their mouths pretty big.
Then seal him. Destroy my species harder, Daddy. What about a silverback? Wasn't the
Um,
orc a silverback?
yeah, the orc was a silverback. I wanted to do like I understand like you know there's like a typical theme or whatever to go with things or whatever, but like I wanted it to be like different because like I mean for big boy like this, I mean it would be nice to do silverback, but like I feel like it would be cool if it was like a baboon.
Yeah.
And this guy would probably also he would have the fully formed
The fully
thingamajig.
formed hands, yeah. Zacharias did nothing wrong.
Oh wait, no, the baboons have sort of like this deal going. I'm just trying to get it.
I think the daddy needs to cancel the girls. He certainly doesn't keep in his pants. He's not Zeus. No, he's worse. He's Poseidon. How are you, Dave?
Alright, there we go.
Well, obviously, Dave, it meant that they formed work unions so they could have better compensation and, decent benefits like dental. Give it bug eyes.
Give it bug eyes. Alright.
All the others have like normal eyes. This one having like refracted eyes would be kind of interesting.
Wait, sorry.
Hey!
Got a bit confused. What did you say?
I said, give it bug eyes, like refracted eyes, like a. That'd be kind of interesting.
Okay.
Um, in my opinion, since everything else has normal eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I mean, I did sort of do a refracted eyes for the Spider Boy.
oh, that's true. Um, and Daddy only cared about humans. The rest were just slaves or indentured servants. No, he only cared about the humans. The rest weren't worth his time. That was really what it was. Technically, the dragons were slaves or indentured servants to the demi-planar, but that had nothing to do with uh, Zaquarius. Um, and yeah, he just didn't give a fuck about anything but humans. Pretty much, yeah. And then when a demifauna came asking for a plague-ridden demifauna came asking for his help, he smote him. Everything, Bagel Muffin. You missed everything.
Oh geez, it's 12 a.m.
Oh
I just
yeah, that's like 1:30 almost here. Oh fuck. Maybe we should call her a night.
yeah, we can call it night. We can
Explain why
continue this
Zen
for
died. Yeah,
Tuesday.
sounds good. And then if I find the time this weekend, I will play some Halo and live stream it so the rest of you can laugh at me. Um, I work in 9 hours, so bonne nuit. Good tram.
That's
Yeah.
sleep.
Good night, everyone. We're gonna call it there. Where